break down the coarsest stuff that I cannot fathom, like the coarsest stuff that I don't even know exists. I don't know how to access that part of myself, all of the super complex part of myself that I don't have the means to access. So sometimes the fear will actually loosen it up, and it helps me purge those things out. So I have been given a lot of fears. So it's for everyone. So it's not like a punishment. It's actually a spiritual system. It's a spiritual system that will help you break down things that you have no means to know, understand. See, even if they tell you, you won't believe it. Even if they tell you, you're like, what is that? You will not understand it intellectually. You will not know what that means. So sometimes they'll just directly go in there. They will loosen up anything coarse that's sitting inside of you. And then once that gets purged out, you get rid of that coarseness, and then you become lighter and lighter and lighter. And then you eventually you become so light you can just fly to heaven. That's what happens. Like once you get rid of all your poisons and all your clash, you can fly and go to heaven. But if you have a lot of poison and you have like cement and iron sitting inside of you, that's very heavy and weighty. That will take you down to hell. You'll sink to the bottom of hell. And then if you become lighter and if you release, and you understand and you pray and you humble and you have humility, and when you are attacked and it starts breaking the coarse things inside of you, the coarse clash and poisons inside of you, and then you release it and you're grateful, then you become light and you can fly and go to heaven. So it's a literal thing. Everything is literal. Everything is a direct knowledge, and everything is evidence-based, and it's not just conceptual and like the fantasy programming that the pagans have taught humanity, the fantasy programming that the pagans cannot prove anything. They say, oh, the virus exists, but there's no proof of a virus, for example. No one can prove a virus. So they cannot give you proof of COVID-19. So we live in this fantasy deluded world. So people think like COVID-19 is real, but COVID-19 is a fantasy as well. It's just a deception made real. So no one can prove COVID-19. No one can prove a virus. And there are many court cases based on this. If you go in and study the COVID-19 disclosure, you will see that no one can prove the existence of COVID-19. So they can take a fantasy concept and they can make it real. Cold and flu, they are common things. Just because you had a fever and a cold, they cannot label it COVID-19. The demons can give you diseases. The demons can give you any kind of illnesses and any kind of diseases. That doesn't mean you have a COVID-19. Just because it's been made real, that doesn't mean it's real. You actually have to go in and still investigate if that thing is real. You still have to investigate where it's coming from. You cannot believe just because it's happening around you. You cannot believe it. You actually have to go in and further investigate, because the demons can make a lot of things manifest, but they are not real. But they can trick you and fool you into believing these things are real and these things happening. So the deception is manifested. The deception is made visible. The deception is made manifest. And that's what you have to understand within the tantric yab-yam space of our Father in heaven. That's what you have to understand. It is deception made manifest. So that's our the ability and power of our Father in heaven. He can manifest anything. He made this whole earth. He made our body. He gave us this body. He gave us everything we have. This book I have here, this is from our Father. Everything is coming from our Father in heaven. So he made everything. He has the manifesting ability. So he can manifest deception. He can manifest something so grandly deceptive, such as COVID-19, just to prove to you what's possible in terms of deception. So that's how you understand it within the tantric space. And these things are high tantra, and you need to be quite sharp to understand these things. And you have to be able to see through the deception. And that's what it is. Like, intelligence doesn't mean you are like a genius nerd, but intelligence is being able to penetrate and see the deception. That's what intelligence is. If you do not see the deception, you are not a genius. Or just because you're very good at math, you're still celebrating Christmas. That means you're dumb. You're ignorant. You're a fool because you're still celebrating Christmas. So what's the point? If you're a doctor, you're still celebrating Christmas. Wakey, wakey. You're going to go to hell. Just because you're a doctor, that doesn't mean you're smart. You're still celebrating Christmas. You're still celebrating Easter. You still think Yeshua, Son of God's birthday is in the 25th of December. So that means you're still dumb. You cannot penetrate the deception. So you have not penetrated the deception. So intelligence doesn't mean that you are smart in academia. You're smart in learning like books, but it means can you penetrate the deception? That's what intelligence is. And that's how spiritual people are. Spiritual people are intelligent in a way that they can penetrate through deception. Nothing can be hidden from them because they can see. The demons will use various tactics to disguise things and trick you and fool you with different things. But the spiritual person will be like, that's a demon. They will figure it out straight away. They will know that is demonic and someone is tricking someone or someone trying to trick you. They will know. So your ability to see through the deception is your intelligence. It's not getting 100 out of 100 in math or science. It's not. That's not intelligence. Anyone can do that. Demon can give you that ability to pass an exam. If you cannot see the deception, that means you are considered ignorant. You're considered foolish because your ignorance is going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt anyone, but it's going to hurt yourself. You are hurting your own self and you are sending yourself to hell. So you are considered dumb and stupid. So all the elites of our world that are millionaires, billionaires, that are building rocket ship and doing science, they are the dumbest people in the entire universe. They are dumber than dumb. So the elites that create rocket ships and do science and technology, they are the dumbest people because they are going to go straight to hell. You're telling me you have all this money, all this knowledge. You know our Father in heaven, you know the Son of God. You can trick everyone and fool all humanity, but you cannot save yourself from hell. So they are the dumbest people because they are going to suffer the most. They are going to go through the greatest pain and the greatest suffering in hell. So they do everything, but except they cannot help themselves. They cannot give themselves peace. They cannot give themselves rest. And that's why they are dumb. And that's why they enjoy tricking people. Their happiness is short-lived. Everything they do is short-lived. So everything is for a temporary high. So they live on that temporary high. They live on temporary joy. So even like the system that they built in this world is based on temporary highs. So you go and you do a party and you're like really happy. You come home and there's nothing. Or you go for a trip and you come home and you have no spirituality. You're back in that matrix of slavery. Or you buy all this clothes and furniture and you build a house, blah, blah, blah. And then you come home and the home is nothing. The home is like, there's no God, there's no spirituality, that you can never be satisfied. You want more, more, more. Like you build a house and you want another house because you are unsatisfied. So demons live on that temporary high. So they have built this whole structure around that. Even your job is temporary. It doesn't sustain you forever. It's like one day you have a job, next day you don't have a job. One day you have a mortgage house, next day you don't have a house. So it's all based on that demonic system. But the system of our Father is an eternal system. It's a permanent system, that what our Father gives is permanent. When our Father gives us our holy garment, it's a permanent garment. It's not a temporary garment. No one can take it away from you. It is not like the demonic system. So one moment it's there, next moment it's not there. It's not like that. It's not that dissatisfaction kind of system, but you are satisfied, you're whole, you're thankful, you live in thanksgiving. You live in gratitude because you're so thankful to have the smallest thing, because you know it's coming from Father and you are just satisfied with the smallest things. Versus these elites, they are not satisfied. Even with their mansions, they're not satisfied. Even with their fame and the billions of dollars, they're not satisfied because they have billions of dollars. These celebrities, they have billions of dollars, but they're watching me. I have nothing, but they watch me, and they get the illusion from me. They get their satisfaction from me. They watch me. They talk to me in telepathy. They give me dreams. They give me fear. They do all these different things to me, and they call themselves millionaires and the most influential and the greats of this world, but they are watching me. So these people, they are no one. So it's all fake. All of this is a false reality. So they can build a mansion and make you feel like they're rich and powerful. They are powerless because at the end, they're watching people like us. They're watching me. They turned me into a refugee when I was 4 years old. And through their refugee program, they trafficked me into Australia. And now I have to live in this death matrix in this mortgage world of GMO and plastic with whoredom and plastic houses and foam houses and GMO food and pesticide food and allergies and sickness and coughing and itching and chemicals. Everything is chemical. Shampoo is chemical. Toothpaste is chemical. Body wash is chemical. Everything is chemical. Fabrics are chemical. Everything is disgusting. So I have to live in that death matrix. But if they left me where I was, I would be better off and living a healthier life without living in this whore system, the whore of Babylon's system, which is the Western world. The Western world, anything consumer-based model is based on the whore. It's based on prostitution. So you take a very sacred code of our Father. You take this very sacred existence, sacred, everything sacred, holy of our Father, and you turned it into something disgusting. So you made it filthy. You took fruits and vegetables and you put chemicals on it. So you took this holy, beautiful creation of our Father, the fruits and vegetables, and you turned it into GMO. You turned it into filth. You put so much chemicals in it. So that's a literal thing. So when the whore of Babylon is like filth, whore of Babylon is whore. It's a whore. She's a whore, and filth. That's spiritually represented, but you can see the manifestation, the physical manifestation of that filth, that whore energy. So you will see like crazy consumerism. You'll see that, and all the products, that 90% of the products are disgusting, filled with chemicals. And when we interact with those products, we get sick, we get allergies, we get itchy hives, we get coughing, sneezing, because we are interacting with filth, we are interacting with impurity, we are interacting with the whore's energy. And anything beautiful and sacred that our Father made has been transformed into poison. It has been transformed into the whore, has been transformed into filth. And that's the world we are living in. So that's why, like in the Western world, we have to really go out there to find for real leather. You cannot get real leather in the Western world. You will not get organic food in the Western world. You will not get water with minerals in the Western world. In the Western world, you have to drink dead water. There's no minerals in the water. So you have to go out to the shopping center and buy mineral water in a plastic bottle. So that's the reality of the Western world. So this is all the pagan system that we are a part of, and it's pretty dirty, it's pretty filthy. Like when they make you have a shower with shampoo, the shampoo has so much chemicals in it, so you are polluting your body with all that chemical. You're polluting yourself with all the chemicals. So you have to check the ingredients. What are they putting in the shampoo? You have to check the ingredients, and ingredients that are giving you diseases and that is polluting your body. So it's like in the West, people have showers every day, but they have showers with chemicals. They have showers with chemical with dead water. So there's no mineral in their water, and they put a lot of chemicals in their body. So that's how they have their shower every day, and they consider that clean, and they make fun of other people. Oh, like these Asians, they don't have showers every day, they're dirty. We have showers every day, but they have shower with dead water and chemical soup. That's what they put in their body, and they contaminate themselves. So on the outside, you might smell nice for 2 seconds, but your insides, all your blood and all your skin it's all filled with disgusting, filthy chemicals. And they also put chemical trails in the sky. They pollute our air, and they pollute the rain as well. So they can make rain, they pollute the rain, they create their own rain. Um, so all of these things that they have done, they have taken a holy creation and totally contaminated it. They have turned it into something very filthy. And if you do not see the world in that way, and if you're like in your la la land, and you cannot penetrate that truth and see what's right in front of you, the chemtrails is not conspiracy, it's in the sky. You can literally see it. People taking photos and videos, recording it. It's right in front of you. And if you cannot see that, then no one can help you. And that's why there is a hell, for that reason, because you have to be put somewhere so that you are able to get rid of your ignorance and your sleep state, and you will be awakened in hell after they have put a lot of pressure on you, and then you can wake up in hell. So they are actually, like, they have to actually physically smash the iron clash, the iron poison, the cemented clash inside of you. They have to actually physically bash it out and loosen it. So that's what hell is for.